Okay, what's up, everybody? Wraith Realm TV. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Get your favorite beverage. Get what you need. Come enjoy the show. Also, guys, I try to keep things raw and cut, not biased. Keep it 100 with you guys to the best of my opinion. And also, guys, too, your favorite commentator is back. Better than ever. So, I am Xbox fatigued, okay? I think a lot of us are at this point. And today I saw more people talking about Xbox news, talking about the same articles that were released yesterday. And these people are doing the same thing like Robot must talk about Xbox dying once again for the second time because we've already done a video on it. You know what I mean? So, that's getting kind of annoying. The narrative driven shit is getting annoying. Honestly, talking about Saruman. Look, Saruman, the new CEO of the Xbox division, we don't know what she's about yet. We're only seeing tidbits. Like, people are already accusing her of AI this, AI that, pulling out different interviews, saying she's criminally sick, and she said something here, and are we really just, like, dissecting to dissect? Like, when did we become so bad as a society? Like, we're really like dissecting. We're getting into the weeds of this shit. We got to look at the X and O's and what she says on her X or what she says on her LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever. It's like, are we really getting that like jaded? Like, I find that shit disgusting. Like, are we really that jaded? And then making fake engagement. Like, I've been watching videos of people making this out to be like it's the end of the world. Like, we're on Days of Our Lives or fucking General Hospital, making it bigger than it needs to be. And another thing is, why are you all trying to be the next Stephen A. Smith? Like, good Lord, stop it. Stop it. You need help. Seriously, that meme that Michael Jordan says, get help. Stop it. It's getting gross. It's getting out of control. It's like, guys, I get it. I get it. People don't have faith right now in Microsoft. I get it. They fucked over the consumers so fucking hard that people don't know what's up from down. I feel you. I get it. But we're not even giving this new regime a fucking chance out the gate. Like, they just launched out the rocket ships are up and are exploded and everybody's acting like it's the end of the goddamn world. You're watching channels say, "Oh, Xbox lied to you. They're massively manipulating you." Bro, where was this 4 years ago when they were doing it? Where were you 5 years ago when they were doing it? I was screaming on stream saying Phil Spencer's lying to your fucking face. I said it 5 years ago. I said it 4 years ago. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond don't give a shit about you. They care about padding their numbers. That's what they were doing with Game Pass. And then when Sarah Bond got a hold of it, like the next coming of Steve Jobs, she fucked up. Instead of adapting and giving and listening to the people, she listened to her own narratives, and that's why she's gone. And people don't know how this works. They probably sat in a boardroom. They were discussing probably the future, and they probably said, probably her and Phil Spencer are not in it. They got to get the read trust in fans. Shareholders are everything in any company. Look at Call of Duty. The shareholders are not happy with the progression of Call of Duty. That's why Call of Duty may be taking a break this year to figure it out. They're gonna pull a Battlefield. Watch. And if they don't, that would be just tragically sad. Because Call of Duty has not been good. Last year and the year before that wasn't really that good. The other one was more average than this one that was full of AI slop, and they're still trying to correct the problem and they still can't get it right. They're working on franchises and restoring things like Overwatch and things like that. Like, I'm in the weeds of this shit when it comes to this stuff because I played the games. I sit here and watch the progression. I see what they're trying to do, Microsoft, with their franchises. They're trying to restore the fan trust. And it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You could say I'm damage controlling for Microsoft. You could say I'm a hater, all you want. But I've been saying for quite a while, the fall of Xbox was coming. This shit, I saw this coming 3 years ago. When Sarah Bond was saying all these right points and everything's in Xbox. We're going to come out with a handheld because we want to show you what everything's in Xbox. That failed. Everything that Sarah Bond did was a failure. You could turn around and say, oh, she's an scapegoat. Oh, she's this. It wasn't. She did it by design. She did it on her own accord. When you read the articles on her, stop spreading the narrative. Oh, they lied to you, all this, that, and the third. No, they didn't. I told you 3 years ago, 4 years ago, within my Twitch streams, within all my different streams and all my different videos on my old channel that's more Wraith Realm TV, I told you folks, Xbox was a shitty company, and Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer are driving it into the ground with their own innuendos and their own narratives, and here we are. They are now gone. And the thing about Saruman, all I keep hearing about Saruman, oh, she does AI, oh, she does this, her gamer tag's fake, this is fake, that's fake. It's exhausting to hear the same shit, expecting the same results. All in madness. And then people trying to be like Stephen A. Smith, well, if you go into here, into the analytics, and you go over there with the analytics, it's like, bro, you're not Stephen A. Smith, stop it. Get some help. Then you got channels trying to spread a narrative. Oh, it's over. Xbox brand's dead. You should lose faith and all this different shit. Xbox is Microsoft as a whole is a multi-trillion-dollar company. Plain simple as day. I am Xbox fatigued. I am tired of hearing about Saruman. I'm tired of hearing about how Xbox is going to die. They lied to you. Nadella is doing this on the 5th and the 3rd and the blah, blah, blah at this date and this time. AI is dying. Guys, AI is dying. Did you not see yesterday Sam Altman literally pivoting? He's pivoting. He's getting desperate. He's pivoting. OpenAI, nobody wants to work with because they lied. Microsoft is pivoting. Do you not notice in lifetime AI, they're pivoting. Why? Because they're losing a shit ton of money. They're losing the trust in people. Did you not see what happened with Windows 11? How they're bringing people in now to fix the problems that they thought AI was going to fix, and it didn't? Do you notice Microsoft is rolling back Copilot a lot? Why? Because they're losing to Linux. You know why? They're losing to Steam. Microsoft's getting their ass kicked. Guess what? Apple's talking about becoming a player in the gaming space. Look, what they just partnered up with GameSir. Did you not see that? GameSir is working on their own layers and stuff on top of Mac to make Windows games run. Have you noticed? And Steam's also working with Apple. Do you notice that? Notice how Microsoft is having a panic? Do you notice Sony is panicking and firing the wrong groups of people and trying to reconstruct their company because they are having a panic over AI? Notice all these companies are having panics over AI because if you didn't see yesterday, the stock exchange was at the lowest it's ever been in a minute, and nobody understands why. Nobody can explain that these companies are borrowing from one another and they're not investing and they're not innovating and they're not getting their returns in investment. Everybody that big tech wise invested in all these different AI companies, and they're losing hand over fist. Microsoft was losing hand over fist, and they thought people would just accept this AI slop, accept games being done in AI slop. But guess what? People revolted. People don't like to be nickeled and dimed. People don't want to be fucked with, especially in this economy. People don't want to be fucked with. And it doesn't just stop with the tech industry. The fast food industry is struggling. Wendy's just had to roll back and bring back the trust in the consumers. They're having to close operations in certain places in certain states and close out places because they're not doing well. Look at the grocery industry. The grocery industry at the same time. Same thing. They're trying to bring people back because a lot of companies went into that AI. Oh, we're going to invest in that AI bubble, and it didn't work. Microsoft, things that didn't work. One was upping prices. It didn't work. Trying to up Game Pass to get to these core numbers didn't work. Microsoft has to go back to the drawing board. And I think they're going to lose a lot of people over this. They're going to lose a lot of people. I think the bleeding is still going to happen. But is how they go forward with it. And I think we need to give it a chance. See what they fucking do going forward. Stop the whole clickbaiting. Stop the whole Xbox is dying. They lied to you. They're frauds. Like, look, at the end of the day, we don't even know. We're throwing things and seeing if it fucking sticks. That's the thing. And I'm Xbox, new regime, fatigued. I'm tired of hearing about Saruman took a shit over here. Saruman did this. Saruman is over here typing this, and she did ChatGPT AI fell off a fucking cliff. Who cares? And then we're going into the different weeds about her politics standpoint and how she feels about birthrights. And it's just like, guys, what does that have to do with Xbox? Are we fucking for real in 2026? What does politics standpoints have to do with selling fucking video games to you? Or what the next Xbox is gonna be? The fuck? Because her standpoints 2-3 years ago or happened 6 months ago, and she's a little wild and crazy at the same time? Weren't you asking? You know, these are the same channels we're asking for something fucking different outside of Phil Spencer. And guess what? You got different. Then I'm hearing, oh, well, they should have hired Jim Ryan. Are you fucking for real, people? Are you for real? Are you delusional? You high? There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you if you asking for Jim Ryan to come back, because he sunk PlayStation to the lowest it's ever been, and PlayStation hasn't recovered since. Stop this. Anyway, at the end of the day, I am Xbox fucking fatigued. I'm tired of hearing about the new regime. I'm tired of hearing about Nadella and his flaws. We know. It's up to Microsoft to fix it now. A lot of you are not giving it at all. At all. Anytime to mellow yellow or you know, let it soak up the stuff that it needs to soak up, you're not even giving it a grace period. You're already acting like it's already 3 years and she sucks. Like, what are we doing as a tech community and gaming community? Like, the fuck, man. The fuck. This is not about what side you like, what gaming console you like, what brand loyalty you have. It's about ethics, and it's about stop the clickbait, stop the bullshit. Sorry, not sorry. You know, I get disliked because why? Because I'm neutral, or why is because I have a mouth and an opinion? And I would say the same damn thing about Sony. I would say the same thing about Nintendo. Those two companies need an awakening too. I think Epic Games needs a fucking awakening. But hey, here I am pounding my fucking chest. There's a lot of people out there with their fucking peacock chest out saying Xbox lied, Xbox scammer, they lied to you, Sarah Bond is just an scapegoat. No, Sarah Bond was complacent. Fuck out of here with that. Sarah Bond I wanted fired to begin with. She was a yes lady. She was telling you everything on stage that you needed to hear. She was manipulating you. She bullshitted you. Phil Spencer was just that walking, talking piece. He was complacent. Just how I feel about Tim fucking Cook and fucking Apple. And he still hasn't called the Apple Vision a fucking failure. You got channels that are wishing death and all this, but they don't understand if you do that, where are you going to get competition from? If you do that, then Sony and Nintendo win, and Steam, and then people can control the narratives and pricing. Be careful what you wish for in that aspect. Stop the bullshit when it comes to this shit. Because a lot of you don't know how tech works. You don't know how shareholders work. You don't know how IPOs work. I've been watching a lot of what's going on in the world of things, because you better be very, very watching very carefully about how the stock exchange, because it all affects us. Big tech has wrapped around the stock exchange as a puppet, and they've been massively manipulating everything to do with it. Microsoft had to make a knee-jerk reaction because AI is literally their whole business. That's what they've been wrapping it around. And when you have that happen, and you have shareholders going, nah, we can't have this, they're now rolling back on that AI narrative. Dell's already doing it. A lot of companies are already bailing out. They're bringing back people to run the things that they very did. Walmart's doing it. You notice with Walmart, you noticed that all the AI shit they did and all the firings they did, they've been bringing back people because AI sucks. It's meant to be a tool. It's not meant to be anything else. It's a tool to help people, not to take over things. You still need the human aspect of things because AI sometimes gets it wrong. And it's been very proven of them getting it wrong. And we all need to stop this whole adage of, well, they took courage. No, Microsoft did not take courage. What they did was they were losing. They were losing the consumer. They haven't put out good games in a minute. Let's just stop with the whole tear the Band-Aid off. Let's keep it real. They made shit games. They've been making shit games. They've delayed Fable so many times because they haven't gotten it right. Games, did anybody remember Red Dawn? I played Red Dawn. Garbage. It's out to heaven that everybody thought, it was going to be the next coming at Microsoft, and it wasn't. It was a failure. They had to rely on other companies like Eclair Expansion 33 to make Game Pass. Microsoft, all that talk, all the things they said about Game Pass. Did you notice Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond? They were passing shovelware to you. They were passing a narrative saying how great Game Pass. They upped it, and they didn't give you anything for the money, so people turned around and said, fuck enough. That's what happened. That is real talk to you. And you know who else does that? Fucking Sony does. Fucking Nintendo does it. All the fucking time. And the guy, Tim Sweeney, out of touch, out of date, does the same shit. It's not just Microsoft. The bigger picture should be, it starts with Microsoft, and it should be a trickle effect to all the different other companies out there. Wake up and smell the fucking roses in the fucking coffee when it comes to this shit. The gaming industry is crashing however you want to see it. It started with Microsoft. It's going to go to Sony next. Sony's up for an epiphany because they just did what they did with Bluepoint is absolutely dumbfounding. And if they don't put out games and they keep upping their prices too and keep trying to finance consoles and things like that, you don't think it's not going to happen to Sony. It's going to motherfucking happen to Sony. And if Nintendo does the same shit and they stick to place it, the same thing's going to happen with them because their stock prices will plummet. And when that happens, they have to answer to shareholders too, right? It's not just Microsoft. It's happening in every industry because a lot of industries went into this AI fucking bubble and they went in and they thought the cash cow thing was up prices and sell value meals and up prices and people will just tolerate it. And no, people are saying, fuck no, we're resisting in lifetime. Or better yet, we'll just get the B brand over your fucking, the name brand and fuck off. And that's what people are doing. People are not buying phones like they once did. People are not buying the things like they once did. That is a fucking fact. That is happening in live time. And if you go look at the stock exchange, you go look at the things, you will see. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Because all these companies, like Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, do you not see what's happening with Meta? Meta's dumping in all their capital into AI and it's falling flat. The metaverse was a joke. Microsoft with their Copilot. That's why. Guys, look into the weeds. They had to fire people at Xbox. Why? Because they weren't doing their jobs properly. If they were, they would make it hand over fist. What Sarah Bond did, literally now she was trying to be the Steve Jobs of the Xbox division. Guess what? She fell flat. And she's a fucking gamer. And the sad part is she's going to go somewhere else and do the same exact thing over there. Phil Spencer sat complacent. After he said backwards compatibility, they fired everybody from backwards compatibility. The good people that were actually doing good things, they fired their asses. That's what happened. Stop the fucking narrative. Stop the fucking train of Xbox is dying. This is dying. No, the gaming industry is dying. The thing I loved the most when I was a kid in the 90s stopped becoming the same shit. It's now all corporate. They want to nickel and dime you any minute. They want to throw AI in your face. They want to gatekeep how games are and narratives and this, that, and the third. When did gaming become less so much about having fun and a hobby to companies want to control the narrative of what you're playing? You know, what's once upon a time that people in AI or these companies want to do AI and do generated ads and make you sit in a load menu more than what an SSD would do in seconds and let you sit there for a minute and a half, then play the game. because they want to monetize off of you. That's a fact. Go look that up. Take a look what's happening around you. Stop saying Xbox is dying. Stop. Get the bigger picture. Microsoft is hurting, and they had to make shakeups. Microsoft's not just doing it there. They're doing it in the AI division. They're doing it in the Windows. They're bringing people back in to fix the very problems that they created with AI. Nadella is getting frustrated answering AI questions because he has no answer for it. He can't answer because they're failing. And it's the same with every other company. They're all pivoting. They're all going somewhere else. Look at Jensen Huang. You want to go there? Jensen Huang is literally losing his fucking mind. He's arguing within lifetime people because he's failing. Everything that he sold, he was the main guy. He was the mobster that ran all this stuff. And he's failing. And guess what? China's coming. And guess what? They're going to kick his ass. And when it happens, and you hope and pray after the fall of AI, you better pray. You better bet your sweet bibby that AI, after all the shit that happens, you better hope and you better pray that the economy bounces back after it flatlines, because we're all going to pay for it, because big tech and a lot of people that say, oh, no, it's going to come flopping. And when it does, you better hope our economy bounces back and we don't go into triple dip recessions or literally what we used to be. And we better hope. We better hope and pray. You better hope and pray AI stays up afloat and keeps the economy up. Because when it flops, Great Depression may be coming our way. And you better hope and pray you have your money and everything secured, because you're going to be fucked when that shit happens. We're already close to a debt recession. That's why it all ties into what's going on in the world. AI and everything just ties into it. It's scary if you go there. But back to I'm getting off track, but the things about Microsoft, stop it. The clickbaiting, it's exhausting to hear all about it. And we're just spinning on a hamster wheel the same freaking shit that's already been said yesterday and the day before. There's no more you need to talk about Saruman. Now they need to go to work and work for us, the people, and make it right, as in fans. That's it. Plain simple as day. There's no news article that needs to be put out there about down in my description. You take my opinion, you take it or leave it. At the end of the day, your favorite commentator's commentator, the truth of YouTube, whatever you want to call me. At the end of the day, somebody's going to say, oh, I'm stealing that from Hard 8 Gaming. Who cares? I've made it better. Sorry, not sorry. I'm more passionate. There you go. End of story. Full stop. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.